on CityCast Nashville. It's time for our Friday News Roundup. Executive producer Whitney Pasterek and CityCast Nashville contributor Nicole Williams are here to help break it all down. We're talking MNPD testing drones in Madison, a proposed data center near the zoo, the Entertainment Commission getting pulled from the mayor's budget, and some good Dolly Parton news. Plus, you don't want to miss this week's members-only segment called Hell Nah. We're talking about local high school graduations and why some of them really should have come with the splash zone. It's Friday, May 29th. I'm Marie Cecile Anderson, and this is what Nashville's talking about. The Metro Nashville Police Department's Drone as First Responder pilot program launched at the Madison precinct on Tuesday, according to WKRN. 3 drones are now stationed on top of the precinct roof, ready to respond to any incidents in a 2-mile radius.
This radius covers portions of Council Districts 9 and 10, where extremely conservative council members Tanya Hancock and Jennifer Webb have said that they and their constituents are in favor of the drones. Another person who the drone radius includes is our very own Nicole Williams. Nicole, thank you so much for being here today. Are you excited?
Well, I'm excited to be here. I'm not excited to be subjected to arguably unlawful surveillance.
Mayor O'Connell appeared on This Is Nashville for his regular call-in segment, and a caller named Trina questioned the legality of this pilot program, saying that Metro Council is supposed to have a vote on any tech capable of public recording, and that this pilot is violating both city code and open procurement laws. Metro watchdog Mike Lacey has also questioned the legality of the pilot on his Substack. The mayor said the pilot is compliant with the law and the charter, and that there were community engagement points in Madison. So, Nicole, you're in that area. Did you attend any of these meetings?
I've not heard a single thing about any of these quote unquote community engagement points. My council member is Tanya Hancock. However, she doesn't represent me. I'm not in favor of this. I think it's insane for her to suggest that all of her constituents want this. They didn't even talk to the people who are within the 2-mile radius, which again includes my home. So what I would like to know is, why do we have to do endless amounts of community engagement, multiple meetings, multiple homeowner surveys in order to get some freaking speed cushions to save people's lives, while we can just flit around with surveillance like it's nothing? Nobody asked my opinion. I'm pretty sure they know it. If they know me. There was no, let's have a community meeting about this. There was no community engagement to speak of.
All right. Well, so let's get into the legality of this, Nicole, because I think this is where you have a chance to shine. The mayor also said during that same This Is Nashville interview that, quote, "This one is like some that don't always meet the test of legal requirement, but we are always compliant with the law and the charter." I don't know what that means.
I have no idea what that means. What I hear is that they consulted with Metro Legal to ensure that this was compliant with law. But let's not forget, that's the same Metro Legal that okayed the Fusus procurement without council approval, which it turned out they did need council approval for that. So Metro Legal can get it wrong. The mayor can get it wrong. Even if it is technically legally allowed, it's not morally appropriate to be using technicalities. I think, obviously, Mayor O'Connell did not cite to the Metro Code to tell us what he's basing his opinion on, but I think what they are using is an item in the surveillance ordinance that says this section shall not apply to acquisition or use of surveillance technology by or on behalf of law enforcement that is used on a temporary basis for the purpose of a criminal investigation supported by reasonable suspicion. What I would think that MNPD and Metro Legal and Freddie would argue is that a call for service creates reasonable suspicion.
Right. Like there's going to be criming going on. We're going to make sure we're ready. Well, I'm glad you brought up Fusus because, yes, this is exactly the same situation that got us into the whole Fusus debacle a couple of years ago. That was a pilot that was launched in 2022, like Nicole said, without council approval or public hearings. It ran for 18 months until folks realized what was going on. So at least we've got the jump on knowing that this is happening this time. And I also want to point out one more thing that Freddie said on This Is Nashville. When he was asked by the WPLN host, Blake Farmer, if he had any reservations about general surveillance during this pilot, Mayor O'Connell said that, quote, the cameras aren't even on when the drones are arriving at the scene. I am not a drone expert.
How do they get there? Echolocation?
Yeah.
Right.
Like bats.
I mean, that's the sole purpose. I Googled like what other cities are using this type of technology, and all of them, I mean, they have to have the cameras on. They especially have to have the heat sensitivity because they're looking for action. That's how they see humans by seeing their
so like heat sensors and they have like you see on TV.
Right.
None of us are drone experts here at
Again,
CityCast
not
Nashville.
a drone expert, but
well, and this same company that provided these drones has also provided drones to like militaries, including the US military. And in those cases, they're designed to like fly grenades around.
Well, this just feels to me like another instance where we are being told we need to trust MNPD. We just need to trust them. But it doesn't matter how many times you tell a community that they just need to trust us. If they don't trust you, continuing to do things that harm that trust is not going to help you.
Right. And I would say the same for the mayoral administration. You know, this formerly very anti-surveillance mayor has repeatedly attempted to sort of sneak surveillance programs, cameras, that MOU with the Nashville Downtown Partnership for like armored vehicles and whatnot. He keeps trying to sneak this stuff past the goalie. And up till this point, people have said, wait, hold on, let's push pause on this. Let's think about it. Metro Council has said, actually, no, we don't want to approve this stuff. But it keeps happening. And I feel like that could cause some serious trust issues, too, if it hasn't already.
Well, and if we're just going to say that individual council members can decide what happens in their district, then let's go full on with that. Like, let's not do council-wide votes on zoning. Let's let council members decide how much housing they want in their district. And, let's not go to the planning commission. Why do we need a public hearing of constituents when the council member can just say, my constituents support this? Why do we ever need to hear from the public? Let's just get rid of it all. I'm really calm about this, guys.
It's warranted, though, I think. Well,
Yeah.
there is another council member who is trying to do something kind of in the tech realm. Marie, tell us what news happened this week and what someone is doing about it.
Absolutely. So the Nashville Business Journal reported this week that a company called DC Blocks has purchased property next to the zoo where it wants to build a 69,000 square foot data center.
I'm just going to jump in and say I don't like that.
Let me just repeat, 69,000 square foot data center near the zoo.
Don't those things like vibrate?
That could be a lot of housing. Like, wouldn't that be nice to have housing near the zoo?
That would be really nice. I'm just wondering how like the clouded leopards are going to enjoy the vibrating, pulsating building next door.
And the fresh water. Councilmember Rollin Horton also announced that he's filed a bill to restrict and regulate data centers. He wants to completely ban massive data centers like Elon Musk's XAI out in Memphis, and anything smaller than that would require an exemption from the Board of Zoning Appeals and a public hearing. Nicole, would this bill be effective?
I mean, I think it depends on what you mean by effective. One point that I saw raised on Blue Sky by my friend Neil Kornitik was that it's sort of an arbitrary line that you have to pick when you decide what are these hyperscale data centers versus what would be allowed with an exemption granted by the Board of Zoning Appeals. So if you ban what you consider to be big ones and you allow smaller ones, you could just get two smaller ones that end up being bigger than a big one.
Is this the first type of its bill being introduced about data centers for zoning here in Nashville?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
there's no zoning.
I mean, we have roughly 27,000 different land uses in our land use table. And I'm sure that data centers fit somewhere in one of those land uses. But no, there's not been any specific legislation related to data centers yet. This would be the first in Nashville.
Wow. Okay.
And as Middle Tennessee continues to grow as a hub for data centers, we've reported on this previously on the podcast, you're starting to see this very interesting sort of bipartisan push against putting them certain places. Like, yeah, maybe they shouldn't be in residential neighborhoods, but also maybe they shouldn't be in farmland. And like, where do we put them? And speaking of farmland, I just want to catch everybody up on the NES tree trimming debacle that's ongoing. WKRN is reporting that even though Metro Council passed a resolution calling for a temporary moratorium on the tree trimming, they can't stop, won't stop, baby. They're just going to keep doing it, cutting trees straight down one side. And as one resident pointed out in that WKRN article, leaning them towards the houses. So like, yay, tree won't fall on power line, but now it's diagonal and it's over your car.
Can't stop, won't stop. Ancient Lore Village is one of the most unique event destinations in East Tennessee. Just outside of Knoxville, this award-winning, fantasy-inspired village feels like stepping into a storybook, and it sets the backdrop for weddings, retreats, celebrations, and private gatherings that are totally unique. Couples can host fairy tale weddings surrounded by waterfalls, gardens, woodland scenery, and whimsical architecture, while corporate groups use the space for leadership retreats, meetings, and team-building experiences designed to spark creativity and connection. On-site, guests can dive into immersive dining, overnight stays, guided activities, archery, axe throwing, and curated group experiences that are anything but ordinary. It's a refreshing alternative to boring conference rooms and standard event venues. Whether you're planning a wedding weekend, executive retreat, birthday celebrations, or private party, the Ancient Lore Village team helps create something highly personalized and memorable. But more than anything, the village is designed to help you slow down, disconnect from stress, and actually make meaningful, magical memories together. To book your wedding, retreat, or private event, visit ancientlorevillage.com. It's budget season, and news is slowly but surely trickling out about departmental requests and ideas for council's substitute budget proposal. The big meeting will be next week on June 2nd, where the public, including you folks at home, can show up and participate in the public hearing. We already know that the mayor is asking departments to do some belt tightening to help pay for his proposed half-cent grocery tax cut. But the biggest budget news this week might have come out of the Nashville Scene, who reported that the city's Office of Entertainment has been scrapped entirely in the mayor's budget. Whitney, what was this department?
So this was the brainchild of Councilmember Joy Stiles and then Councilmember Jeff Syracuse, who wanted to set up an entity that would sort of coordinate with like the music industry and film and TV projects and help those industries really thrive. It has never really gotten off the ground. There seems to have always been some sort of power struggle between the mayor's office and the commission that controls the office. And yeah, they were hiring for a director of this thing, and two candidates got to the mayor, and then according to the Scene, he basically just ghosted everybody and is now saying that the office is dead. I just want to say very quickly that I think this office is probably a good idea. And if we had the appropriate scale of film and TV here in Nashville, it would definitely be required. But without the kinds of tax credits and incentives and exemptions that you see in neighboring states like North Carolina and Georgia, I don't see Nashville as a particularly appealing place for people to shoot until the state really takes it seriously.
And please, can we start taking it seriously as an actor who would like work? It would be very helpful if more things were filmed here.
Yeah.
And it's not just actors. It's like
everybody.
To the point of the commission.
Truly.
It's the music industry, too. I remember like a decade ago, Georgia passed tax incentives if you were to go record a score or a soundtrack in Georgia. These states have really thought it through and said, yes, we want to base some of our economy on this. Here, we're just like, we're cute, come hang. And I don't think it's going to work.
I don't think it's a good look that also Mayor Freddie was on 911 Nashville and then cut this. Just saying. He got in, got out.
I will say the council is pushing back. Every year, council members submit what are called budget wish lists to the Budget and Finance Chair of the Council. Councilmember Quante Toombs is the Budget and Finance Chair this year. She works with the requests of council members and the limited funding sources that we have available to try to create a substitute budget that usually the council will approve, the substitute budget rather than the mayor's budget. 7 council members have funding the Nashville Entertainment Commission on their wish lists. So Councilmember Aaron Evans, Sandy Ewing, Jacob Coupin, Zulfat Swara, Jennifer Webb, Joy Stiles, and Ginny Welsh. It's an incredible coalition.
Wow. Again, that's like the frickin' Avengers have assembled. What an odd group of bedfellows.
They have all come together and said, this is important to us. I would not be surprised if we see this funding placed back into the chair's substitute budget.
Y'all, can I also bring up something else related to the mayor?
Please.
Sure.
What the hell is going on with his official social media platforms? I'm not talking about like at Freddie O'Connell. I'm talking about at Mayor of Nashville. They have been using this Gen Z meme style, and it's suddenly showing up both on the official Mayor of Nashville account and now on the official Metro Nashville account. And I hate it. The Mayor of Nashville account is constantly referring to itself in third person. Like it posted video from the state of Metro with the caption, Mayor Freddie O'Connell is so hope-core. Stay inspirational mayor, heart emoji. Nicole, I know you hate this as much as I do. It's chuggy. My friend Spencer Sharp called it chuggy, and I think that's the most appropriate use of that word ever.
It makes me so uncomfortable. I don't understand what is the target audience for this.
I'll tell you what, my mama is not getting it. That's for sure.
And it's getting like roundly panned. I've been checking on Instagram and every single comment is like, stop trying to make fetch happen. But also they're using it on really serious matters like the Super Bowl and the 99 years of affordable housing on the East Bank. And it's just making it all seem so frivolous. Like, why are we being juvenile?
I just feel like everyone is in search of that Zohran Mamdani effect.
Yeah.
And like, you can't create that. You're just born with it.
But Zohran's not using dumb memes.
That's what I'm saying. You can't like manufacture this. You have to just have it within your being.
Yeah.
And Freddie, unfortunately, does not have it.
No pizzazz?
Whoever is doing the comms does not have
Whoever's doing the comms needs, I think they were repurposed over to Metro Nashville because most of these are now emanating. And again, Metro Nashville social media, this is who lets us know what to do in an emergency. And now they're like, stay Hope Corps mayor.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, at least it's something that can bring us all together.
It's true.
In these trying, divisive times.
I want you to stay mad at my social media.
Yeah, well, let's just stay mad, ladies, because speaking of other things we hate, Nashville State Senator Charlene Oliver is being punished by state Republicans for standing on her desk with a banner that read, No Jim Crow 2.0 at the end of the redistricting special session.
Yeah, Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally, who is retiring, apparently still feels the need to control Senator Oliver. He sent her a letter in which he misspelled her first name.
Not a good look.
Saying that because she violated the rules of decorum, she's being reassigned from one committee, her per diem is being cut, and she will no longer be reimbursed for travel to out-of-state legislative conferences, which, you know, that hurts her constituents too, because God forbid she be able to collaborate with other legislators in other places. So anyway, cool.
I didn't know they could take your money away. Like, I didn't know that the lieutenant governor could just decide, oh, you don't get paid for the work that you're doing. And I also wanted to point out one thing in that piece from the Tennessee Lookout that was particularly galling to me is that apparently during that vote, Randy McNally turned off Senator Oliver's voting apparatus. So she was not allowed to vote. He prohibited a Black woman from voting on a measure to strip Black Memphians of their representation in Congress.
Senator Oliver did respond via her newsletter. She said, quote, "The actions I took on May 7th were not a violation of decorum. They were a direct response to a majority party that has systematically stripped Black communities of fair representation through gerrymandered, racially discriminatory redistricting maps, when the rules of the chamber are used to protect the powerful and silence the marginalized. Standing on that desk is the least I can do." She ended the letter with, "This fight is far from over. Next time, spell my name right."
We're going to get to hell no a little later, but I'm going to give that a big ol' hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Nicole, hit it.
Dana, Dana, good news.
Woo! You know it's really good news when we are talking about Dolly Parton. This week, it was announced that Dolly will be opening her very first travel stop on I-65, about an hour south of Nashville. Dolly's Tennessean travel stop will feature Dolly Parton merch, Dolly Parton barbecue, Dolly Parton coffee called Dolly's Cup of Ambition coffee, a full-service cafe and restaurant, and an original mural and an on-site tour bus photo op.
What?
Dolly is making money, let me tell you.
It's like a Dolly Parton Buc-ee's. Will it have a jerky wall?
I'm stoked. I'm a little surprised it's not east, like on the way to Dollywood, but it's south. Yeah. And I ain't mad about it because I bet I can hit it up after I go kayaking on the Duck River.
All right. Well, we look forward to your social media video from that. Also, I'm sure everybody saw that her Song Teller Hotel opening is being delayed until fall, just so they can get everything right, according to the Nashville Business Journal. But Marie, I'm sure you're also itching to go there. You could really make a day out of all of this.
Oh, I plan on it, Whitney.
She's going to invoice city council for her stay in the presidential suite.
Tour bus photo opportunity.
All right. We have even more great news for history buffs, families, and anyone looking for something free to do this weekend. It's Tennessee's 230th birthday, and our state is throwing... It's
230th.
Tennessee's.
Tennessee.
Don't get.
Sorry.
I know, Nicole. I know you're really excited about America 250, but this is Tennessee 230.
230.
Okay.
And our state is throwing a huge Statehood Day celebration tomorrow at the Tennessee State Library and Archives and the Tennessee State Museum. So, Whitney, tell us, what can we expect from this free birthday party?
So Statehood Day is actually Monday. It's actually June 1st, but it's not fun to do things on Mondays. So they've obviously, this is like Statehood Day observed tomorrow. But there is honestly some cool stuff going on if you dig this kind of thing. So at the State Archives from 11 to 2, they've got a big family-friendly event with storytime, crafts, musical performances, living history interpreters. And then you also get the rare chance to see Tennessee's 3 original constitutions on display. And then at the museum, this would be the one that I was hitting up for their extended celebration. They're partnering with the Folklife program at the Tennessee Arts Commission, and they're featuring artists from the Traditional Arts Apprenticeship Program. And I'm just going to tell you some of the things you'll be able to see happening. Flint marble making, wood carving, broom making, coopering. I don't even know what that is. Choctaw beadwork and Choctaw basketry.
Oh, cool.
Net making, quilting. Doesn't this sound badass?
Sounds like Pioneer Day.
I feel like that my inner Leslie Knope is really excited about this. But there's also going to be dance performances, musical performances. So I don't know. I think it's going to be cool. And then finally, if you're really a dork, you'll be excited to know that they are giving a rare display of the first Tennessee Tri-Star flag. Ooh.
I have a tattoo of the Tennessee Tri-Star.
Ooh.
You do?
Yeah.
Is it properly oriented?
It is indeed.
Excellent.
No Tri-Star trouble for me.
Nope. Marie, what are you doing this weekend?
Well, Whitney, I'm glad you asked, because tonight I am going to 90s Country Night at Basement East, which I'm very excited about. But tomorrow, equally excited, I'm attending a Slice of Community Pizza Festival hosted by Jerome Moore and PBS. It's at our local PBS station from 11 to 3 p.m. And it's going to have, guess what? Pizza! Lots of pizza. And also tomorrow, we've got to shout out the podcast Black Men Vent 2, and their third annual Spare Your Mind Doubles Bowling fundraising tournament at Hermitage Strike and Spare from 11 to 2. Proceeds from the event will support mental health awareness efforts and will benefit Nashville Peacemakers. We interviewed them for yesterday's podcast. And folks, I really encourage you to go back and listen to that episode this Mental Health Awareness Month.
Well, I just want to give a quick community shout out for the weekend. There is a Planned Parenthood fundraiser happening tomorrow at Bongo Java East in that big grass lot that they have next door from 11 to 2. Here's why I'm excited.
Say Planned Parenthood?
I did say Planned Parenthood. Yes.
This is fascinating.
It's a plant sale. There's going to be a variety of plants and pots and more. But here's why I'm psyched. Folks, they are going to have cuttings available from Eleanor Roosevelt's spider plant.
Wow.
How do you prove that?
Yeah.
Are they numbered?
What's the provenance of these things?
Exactly. But I mean, if that's really true, those things do live forever. Like, people have like 150-year-old freaking sourdough starters. Why can't you have
facts
150-year-old spider plant? Neither of you seems as I really am Leslie Knope this time around.
I don't understand plants. I don't do plants. Like, I'm not a plant. I have a black thumb.
Oh, I can help you. I'm helping Marie.
She is. She made me order a thing that says water them.
That would require me to want to be helped, I think.
That is the first step. Well, Speaking of wanting to help people, it's about time for us to get into our Hell Nah segment, which is us giving some friendly advice to some local school districts. And Marie, do you want to remind the listeners at home how our Hell Nah segment works?
I would be honored, Whitney. Folks at home, this is our exclusive membership segment. So you have to pause the podcast right now and head on over to membership.citycast.fm to join us as a CityCast Nashville neighbor. Tons of perks when you join. It's $10 a month, $100 a year. So pause right now, join. Because if you're not a member, you cannot listen to our segment called Hell Nah.
All right, we've got one last big announcement to make. I know that everybody at home is thinking, wow, Fridays by the River was really fun, and I missed it a lot, and now I don't really know what to do with myself on Friday evenings. Well, good news.
Good news.
CityCast Nashville is officially launching office hours, summer Fridays, starting next Friday, June 5th, from 2 to 5 p.m. at East Nashville Beer Works. You can come work with us and possibly raise a glass with us. Not that we would ever drink while we're working, but it's Summer Fridays, everybody. It's after Memorial Day. You're allowed to get off work early. So come hang out with us at Beer Works. CityCast Nashville neighbors are going to get $1 off drafts. Kids and dogs and sober people are all completely welcome. And I'm just going to leave this hint here. Don't forget to ask about the special sandwich. So that's going to be every Friday starting next week through August 7th, office hours at Beer Works. Nicole, can we entice you?
Probably at some point. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's it. We did it again.
That's it.
Yay.
Oh, Nashville, have a wonderful weekend and hopefully we'll stay dry.
Watch out because all of downtown is already getting blocked off for CMA Fest next weekend. So
I thought you were going to say for the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah.
For the Super Bowl.
That too.
Already.
Choose how you move carefully, and y'all take care of each other.
Bye.
That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. And don't forget, you can support this show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Nashville neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. I'm your creative producer, Marie Cecile Anderson. Our executive producer is Whitney Pastorek. Our producer this week is Matthew Rogers with extra support from Katie McMurrin. Our CityCast Nashville newsletter editor is Margaret Kingsbury, and our theme music is by Prop Jenkins with additional music by Christian Sensi from Triple Scoop Music via Getty Images. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell your friends? Rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our CityCast Nashville newsletter. We'll be back Monday morning with more news from around the city. Toodles!